Good morning. Today we are going to see the basics of number system. So we are going to see the concepts based on number system. The basics we are going to see the basics. First, we have to know what is mean by number system. A number system is nothing but a set of values to represent our quantity. So it is a set of values to represent our quantity. That is called as a number systems. Usually, we can call the collection of things are called numbers. So on those numbers, we are going to do some operations, and the properties we are going to satisfies that operations. So the number system is nothing but a set of values to represent the quantity, and then we are going to see what are the operations and the properties we are going to do with the help of numbers. So that is called as a number system. There are four types of number system: decimal number system, binary number system, octal number system, hexadecimal number system. So decimal number system will have the base as 10. We can also call as a radix or base is a 10. It consists of the numbers from 0 to 9. Binary number system is consists of the values 0 and 1. So the radix is 2. Octal number system will have the values from 0 to 7. So it is having the radix 8. Hexadecimal number system will have the radix 16. So it consists of the numbers and alphabets. Hexadecimal number system consists of numbers as well as alphabets. The numbers from 0 to 9 and the alphabets from A to F. Each and every alphabet will represent one number. So this is the number system and the base value. Binary, the base value is 2. It consists of a digits from 0 and 1. Octal, the base value is 8. The digits from 0 to 7. Decimal will have the base value 10 and the digits from 0 to 9. Hexadecimal will have the base value 16 and the numbers from 0 to 9 and A to F. A stands for 10, B 11, C 12, D 13, E 14 and F stands for 15. So decimal number system, already we know, we have seen that it is a numbers to represent from 0 to 9. It is also called as positional value system. Based on the position, we are going to give the weightage. See, example, we are having 5678.9. It consists of integer as well as the floating point value. It represents the decimal number system, so the base value is 10. So, in this, for representing the weightage in integer part, we should start the weightage of each and every digit from LSB, least significant bit. The positional weightage for each and every bit for integer should start from LSB, that is least significant bit. For fractional, we have to start from MSB. So the 5678, the last bit in LSB, that is integer part 8, will have the weightage of 10 power 0. Next, 7 will have the weightage of 10 power 1. 6, 10 power 2. 5 will have the 10 power 3. So 5 into 10 power 3 plus 6 into 10 power 2 plus 7 into 10 power 1 plus 8 into 10 power 0 plus 9 into 10 power minus 1. So this is the thing to for a fractional, it should start in a 10 power minus 1. That is 9 by 10, that is 10 power minus 1. This is the way to represent the weightage for each and every digit. Likewise, for binary number system, we are going to use only zeros and ones. So the base value is 2. So on giving the weightage for the numbers, we have to give 2 power 0, 2 power 1. Like that for integer part, 2 power minus 1 and 2 power minus 2 for fractional part. Octal number system will have the values from 0 to 7. So we are going to give the weightage like 8 power 0, 8 power 1, 8 power 2 like that. Hexadecimal number system already we have learned it consists of 10 digits and 6 letters, 6 alphabets 0 to 9 and A to F. It is also called as a base 16 number system. So see this example, we are having 3DE.8. So D, what is the value for D? D is 13. So while we expand this hexadecimal, we have to expand like this. So first bit is 3. So 3 into 16 power 2 plus D. D stands for 13. 13 into 16 power 1 plus E into 16 power 0. For fractional part, we have to start from MSB. So 8 into 16 power minus 1. Like this, we have to evaluate these numbers on hexadecimal. So this is for binary. Here we can use lot of codes. Is the 2421 code, 21 code, 8421 code, 421 code like that. Octal will consist of 0 to 7. It represents 3 digits. Hexadecimal will consist of 0 to 9 and A to F. So next thing we are going to see how to convert one number system into another number system. That is number based conversion. It is done by two methods. So first method we can directly convert decimal to any radix. That is any base we can convert. The second method, the any radix to decimal. So mainly it is divided into two types. The number system conversion is mainly divided into two types. The first method, the decimal to any radix. The second method, any radix to decimal. So we are going to see 12 types of conversion. First one, conversion from any radix to decimal. It consists of any radix to decimal. So we are going to convert binary, octal, hexadecimal or any other base to only decimal. So that is the first decimal from any radix to conversion from any radix to decimal, binary to decimal, octal to decimal, hexadecimal to decimal and other base to decimal. Other type of conversion will be decimal to any radix. So there will be two parts. We are following a separate for integer part and separate procedure for fractional part. We will see in a detail. And then special conversion method. It is very simple. Special conversion will be binary to octal, octal to binary, binary to hexadecimal, hexadecimal to binary. So octal to hexadecimal and hexadecimal to octal. These are the types of conversion. Let me see one by one in detail. The first one is binary to octal conversion. So from the heading itself, we have to decide binary have the radix 2. Octal will have the radix 7. 8. That is radix is 8. 0 to 7 values. So they will give you one binary number. We have to convert that binary number into octal number. So we are going to convert that binary number into octal number. How to convert octal? It consists from 0 to 7. So 3 bits. So we have to group the given binary number from 3 bits. We have to start from LSB. Main important thing, we have to start grouping the numbers from LSB. So how to, for example, we will see. So first one, we have to group the numbers. Yes, we have to group the numbers from LSB, right? First one is binary to octal conversion. Yes. Here we are going to group the numbers. So the given number is 1000101 to the base 2. The given number is a binary number. We are going to convert this binary number into octal number. Octal number அப்படின்னா we are going to group by 3 bits. We have to start from LSB. LSB we have to start grouping. So 011 is the first group, and then 001 is the next group. Next 01, but I need 3 digits to group. So I can add try and leading zeros to make it as a group. So I am adding 10. So the third group is a 010. So from this grouping, we can convert into the corresponding octal number. So 010 belongs to the octal number 2. 001 belongs to 1. 011 belongs to 3. So this is the binary to octal conversion. So next one. Yes. See this next example. Convert 10101101.011 to octal equivalent. Yes, we have to start grouping for integer part from LSB. Integer பார்ட்டுக்கு grouping எங்கேருந்து start பண்ணோம், LSB லேருந்து start பண்ணோம். For fractional part we have to start grouping from MSB. If there is no sufficient zeros, we can add leading and trailing zeros. Yes, first 101 as a one group, next another 101 as another group, 10, so we can add one more zero at the left hand. So this is the for integer part. And then for fractional part, 011 is 1, then 1 is there, so 1 add 2 zeros, 100. Now we are going to convert 010 will have the octal number 2. So 010 will have the octal number 2. 101 belongs to 5. Another 101 belongs to 5.34 is the answer for this question. So this is the conversion from binary to octal. So they will give you one binary number. We have to convert that binary number into octal number by grouping 3 bits. For integer part, we have to start from LSB. For fractional part, we have to start from MSB for grouping. Yes. Next, this is the practice problems. 110.010. So for 110, the answer will be 421 code. So 110 belongs to 6. So 6.010 belongs to 2. So 6.2 to the base 8 is the answer for B question. Like this, we can practice. The next one will be octal to binary conversion. So first the conversion we have seen, they will give us a binary number. We have to convert that into octal number. The next type of conversion we are going to see is octal to binary conversion. So octal to binary, they will give us an octal number. We are going to convert that number into binary number. So it's very simple. For example, see this, each octal value in the number is represented by 3 bits of binary, and the step 2, all the binary value together gives the equivalent binary number. So example, convert 213 to the binary number. So 2 will have the binary number as a 3 bits 010. Next 1 001. Next, 3. 3 will have 0, double 1. When we all combine together and we have to write the base, we are asked to convert as a binary, so put a base as 2. So this is octal to binary conversion. Yes, now see will for let's problem 125.62. So 125, 1 will have 001. This stands for 1, 2, 0, 1, 0. Next 5, 1, 0, 1. Point 6, 1, 1, 0. 2, 0, 1, 0. So we are having the answer 1, 0, 1, 0, 1, 0, 1 point double 1, double 0, 1, 0 to the base 2. Like this, this is octal to binary conversion. So the next type of conversion is binary to hexadecimal conversion. So for a binary to octal, we have combined grouped 3 bits. The same as like that, we are going to group the binary number by 4 digits. That is our step 1. Then each group is represented by the corresponding hexadecimal value. All the hexadecimal value together gives the equivalent number. So they will give us a equivalent hexadecimal number. So எல்லாத்தையும் combine all the binary number together gives the hexadecimal number. So 1000101. So start grouping from LSB. We have to group by 4 bits. Then we will get the corresponding hexadecimal number. So 1000101. So 100 will stands for 8. 1011 will stands for B. So the answer will be 8B to the base 16 because we are going to convert as a hexadecimal number. So the base will be 16. Next type of conversion is hexadecimal to binary conversion. So they will give you our hexadecimal number. So each hexadecimal number is represented by a 4 bits of a binary number. All the binary values together give the equivalent binary number. See, here they have given 8B16. So 8B16, 8 will have the binary value 1000. B will stands for 1011. So 1000101 to the base 2 is the answer for the question 8B16. Let me look the problem 3FD to the base 16 to binary number. Yes. First, we have to write 4 digits. So 3FD. We will do this problem. 3FD to the base 16. This is a hexadecimal number. They are asked to convert this hexadecimal number to binary number. 3. What is the value for 3 will be 0, 0, 1, 1. This is the binary number for 3. F will have the binary number 1, 1, 1, 1. Will have because A stands for 10, B 11, D 12. Sorry, A10. A stands for 10, B 11, C 12, D 13, E14, F15. So the next one will be 13. So 8421. So 8 will be 8 place is 1, 4. 8 plus 4, 10. 8421. So 1101 is the answer. So the answer for the B problem will be answer for the B problem will be, what is the answer? 11456801 to the base 2. So this is the answer. Like this, we have to do the problems from hexadecimal to binary conversion. Next thing, octal to hexadecimal conversion. So we have seen binary to octal, octal to binary, binary to hexadecimal, hexa to decimal. Directly we have converted. But in this last two case in our special conversion is octal to hexadecimal and hexadecimal to octal. We are going to convert this with the help of two steps. How it is? First step one is first the given octal value is converted into binary number. Then the intermediate binary number is converted into hexadecimal number. So it is a two-step process. Convert the octal number 615 to the base 8 to hexadecimal number. So first convert this octal number to binary number. So octal number to binary number, we have to write the corresponding 421 code. With the help of 421 code, we can write this binary number for 615. So the number for 6 will be 110. The binary number for 1 will be 001. The binary number for 5 will be 101. Combining all this, we will get one binary number. How to convert binary to hexadecimal? We know that already we have studied. So to convert binary to hexadecimal, we have to group by 4 bits by starting from LSB. So starting from LSB, combine together 4 bits. So we will get the answer as 18. Yes, this is by as usual procedure. First, 1101 belongs to one group. 1000 belongs to another group. One more one is there, so we have to add 3 zeros at the left. So 301. So the answer will be 18D. So the answer for this question will be 180. So octal to hexadecimal conversion. First, the given octal number is converted into binary number. Then the obtained binary number is converted into hexadecimal number by grouping 4 bits from LSB, starting from LSB for integer part. If the question contains fractional part, we have to start grouping the numbers from MSB. That is most significant bit. Yes, the next thing is hexadecimal to octal conversion. Yes, it is also a two-step process. The given hexadecimal number is converted into binary number. From the binary number, we are going to convert into equivalent octal number. So hexadecimal number 25B. So we are this 25B is converted into the binary number by using 8421 code. So the answer will be 101001011 to the base 2. This is the binary number. This is again converted by grouping 3 bits. Why we are combining 3 bits? Because it is asked to convert into octal. So we are going to combine by 3 bits and the base will be 8. So that's all about the special conversions are over. So we have seen 6 types of special conversion. First one we have seen binary to octal. Binary, given binary number is grouped by 3 bits from LSB for integer part and from MSB for fractional part, and then we will get the octal number. Next type of conversion, octal to binary. The given octal number we have to write the corresponding binary number. Next, binary to hexadecimal. For the given binary number, we have to group by 4 bits and then we have to convert into each group is converted into the hexadecimal number. Next, hexadecimal to binary. The equivalent using 8421 code, the equivalent hexadecimal value, binary value, we have to write for the given hexadecimal value. Next one, octal to hexadecimal. The given octal number is converted into binary number, then binary number to hexadecimal number. Last one, hexadecimal to octal. The given hexadecimal number is converted to binary number, and then the binary number is converted to octal number. Yes, that's all about the 6 types in our special conversion is over. Next, any radix to decimal, it consists of 4 steps. Any radix means any base, whatever may be the base, 5, 6, 7, any base to decimal. We are going to convert any radix to decimal. So first we have to write the given number. Second step, we have to write the weight of different position. I told how to know write the weightage. Like this, we have to write the weight of different position. Then multiply each digit in the given number with the corresponding weight to obtain the product number. We have to multiply each digit in the given number with the corresponding weight to obtain the product number. Then we have to add all the product number to get the decimal equivalent. So this is the example 3102.12. It consists of both integer and fractional part. The given radix here is 4. They have given the radix here as 4. So it is converted into decimal equivalent. So how to write that? 4 power 0, 4 power 1, 4 power 2, 4 power 3. For decimal, 4 power minus 1 and 4 power minus 2, we have to start from MSB. So what is our step? The given digit is going to get multiplied with this weightage. So 3 into 4 power 3 plus next 1 into 4 power 2 plus 0 into 4 power minus 4 power 1 plus 2 into 4 power 0 plus 1 into 4 power minus 1 plus 2 into 4 power minus 2. We have to find the value for 4 cube into 3 multiplied by 3. The answer is 192. Like this, we have to find out the value, and then we have to sum all the values to get the results. This is any radix to decimal conversion. Like this, last type of conversion we are going to see as decimal to any radix conversion. So we have seen special conversion, any radix to decimal conversion. Now the last conversion we are going to see in the numbers, this conversion is decimal to any radix conversion. So decimal to any radix consists of integer part. Till now we have follow the same procedure for integer, whatever may be, either it may be integer part or it may be a fractional part. There is no separate procedure. But in the decimal to any radix conversion, we are going to see a separate procedure for integer and the separate procedure for fraction. For integer part, we are going to convert the decimal number to any radix by successive division method. For fractional part, we are going to use successive multiplication method. So integer part, we are going to divide. The first step, we are going to divide the integer part of the decimal number by the base they given in a question. And then the remainder is taken in the reverse order from bottom to top. First remainder is the LSB and the last remainder is the MSB. Decimal to any radix. The given number is multiplied by the given number is multiplied by the given radix. Then the product must have integer part and fractional part. So the obtained product must have integer part as well as fractional part. The integer part is taken as a carry. The fractional part is proceeded from the next step to and multiplied by the base. Like this, we have to continue the steps until it becomes 0. So carry is written from downwards, then we will get the obtained results. So this is the conversion for a fractional. So integer is part is used successive division method, and the fractional part is converted into any radix by successive multiplication method. Yes, let me see some problems. Convert 139 to the base 2. So 139 will have the radix 10. This is the decimal number. This is going to convert into the radix 2. This is a binary number. So 139 is divided by 2. 69. 69 twos are 138. So the remainder will be 1. This is the remainder. We are going to write the remainder here. Remainder will be 1. Next, again this is divided by 2. 34 twos are 68. So the remainder will be 1. 17 twos are 34. Remainder will be 0. 8 twos are 16. Remainder will be 1. 4 twos are 8. Remainder will be 0. 2 twos are 4. Remainder will be 0. 1 2 is 2. Remainder will be 0. So you have to write the number from down to bottom. This is the way you have to write the answer. So the answer will be 1 triple 1 to the base 2. This is the way you have to do for decimal to any radix. Next, we are going to see this is also 27, the same problem based on decimal to any radix. Here they have asked to convert into 8. So we are dividing by 8. Next, decimal to binary. We have seen for integer part. So this is fractional part. See here, 0.39 is converted to binary number. So point binary will have the base 2. So 0.39 into 2. So the answer will be 0.78. It consists of integer part as well as fractional part. The integer part is taken as a carry. The fractional part is only taken for the next thing. Fractional part alone will be taken for the next thing. So 0.78 into 2, 1.56. This one integer part is taken as a carry. Fractional part 0.56 is again taken. 0.56 into 2, 1.12. 1 is taken as a carry. We can proceed like this. So the answer we have to start from top to bottom. So 0.011 is the answer for this question. So like this they can combinedly ask integer and fractional in a single problem. You have to follow the integer by successive division and the fractional by successive multiplication, and then we have to combine the answer and write. That's all about. Yes, see this example 12.125 into binary. So it consists of 12 as an integer, 0.125 as a binary. So 12 is converted into binary by divide by 2. So 2 ஆல divide பண்ணோம் அப்படின்னா 6 2s are 12, remaining is 0. 3 2s are 6, remainder is 0. 1 2 is 2, remainder will be 1. So 1 1 double 0. Like this we have to follow for a fractional part by successive multiplication. So till now we have seen what is meant by number system and what are the types of number system. Decimal number system will have the value from 0 to 9. The base value is 10. Octal number system will have the value from 0 to 7 and the base value is 8. Binary number system will have the value 0 and 1 and the radix is 2. Hexadecimal number system will have the values digits from 0 to 9 and A to F. The base value is 16. And then we are seeing number based conversion, how we are going to convert one number system to another number system. Then we have seen 12 types of conversion. special conversion, we have seen binary to octal, octal to binary, binary to hexadecimal, hexadecimal to binary, octal to hexadecimal, hexadecimal to octal, and then any radix to decimal, and then any radix to decimal. We have seen they have given any radix, it is converted into binary number by multiplying each byte position. Last thing we have seen decimal to any radix. So in decimal to any radix, we are following two procedures: by integer by successive division method, and the fractional part by successive multiplication method. So these are the things we have learned in today's class is about number system. Till now we have discussed about problems based on number system. We will see some more problems based on number system. Yes, the first problem is convert 101111, convert 1011.101 to the base 2 to decimal number system. This is the problem based on, because we are having the base value is 2 given in the problem, that is going to be converted into the base value 10. So the base value 2 is called as a decimal number system. The base value 10 is called as a decimal number system. So this problem is based on the conversion of binary number system to decimal number system, right? This is the problem. Yes. Let me see how to convert the binary number system to decimal number system. So the given problem is 1011.101. So 1011.101 to the base 2. Let me know the weightage of each and every individual digit. For floating point, that is for decimal, we will start weightage giving the position from MSB. For integer part, we will give the weightage from LSB, that is least significant bit. For fractional part, we have to give the weightage from MSB, most significant bit. So here we are having the base value 2. So what is the number given here is 1011.101. Yes, first let me consider for the integer part. It is having the base value 2. So 1 here the first digit, so 2 power 0. The next digit 2 power 1. The next digit 2 power 2. The next digit 2 power 3. The next digit 2 power 4. Like this, for fractional part 2 power minus 1, 2 power minus 2 and 2 power minus 3. How to calculate? We have to calculate each and every digit by its weightage. So how to calculate this sum? First, what is the digit present here is 1. What is the weightage of this digit is 2 power 4. So 1 into 2 power 4 plus the next digit is 0. Here the weightage is 2 power 3. So 0 into 2 power 3 plus 1 into 2 power 2. Here the next digit is 1, weightage is 2 power 1. So 1 into 2 power 1 plus here 2 power 0. Weightage, the values present in the problem is 1. So 1 into 2 power 0 plus 1 into 2 power minus 1 plus 0 into 2 power minus 2 plus 1 into 2 power minus 3. So 2 power 4 is 16. So 16 into 1, we know the value is 16. 2 power 3, anything multiplied by 0 will be, what is the value here? 0 into 2 power 3. 2 power 3 is 8. Here the value will be 0. Plus 2 power 2 is 4. 4 into 1, 4. Plus 2 power 1, 2. Plus 1 into 2 power 0 is 1. So 1 into 1 is 1. So 1 into 2 power minus 1 means 1 by 2 is 0.5. So like this 0 will be 0. Plus 1 into 2 power minus 3 will be 0.125. When we all this, when we sum up together all the things, we will get the value. So this is the problem, how to convert a binary number system to decimal number system by multiplying by its weightage. Yes. Let me move on to the second problem. Convert 198 to the base 12 to the base 10. That is any radix. This is the problem based on any radix to decimal. Here we are having the base value is 12. Here the base value is 10. So 10 belongs to decimal number system. So 12, any radix to decimal. So 198. It consists of only integer part. So we have to start numbering from LSB. Here they have given the base value is 12. So 12 power 0, 12 power 1 and 12 power 2. So when we multiply by this digit 1 into 12 power 2 plus, what is the value here? 9. 9 into 12 power 1 plus 8 into 12 power 0. So when we multiply all these things, we will get the answer. The next problem is convert 658.825 to the base 10 into the base 8. This is the problem based on decimal to octal number system. So how to convert a decimal to octal number system? The 658 is divided by 8. So 658 divided by 8, we will get 82. 82 8s are 656. So the remainder will be 2. Again 82 is divided by 8. 10 8s are 80. So the remainder will be 2. Again it is divided by 8. 1 8 is 8. So the remainder will be 2. So we have to write from up to down. So the value for this is 1,222 to the base 8. This is the problem based on decimal to any radix. We can call it as decimal to octal number system also. This is the problem based on decimal to octal number system. So here we are having two parts, integer as well as fraction. We know how to convert because we are following a separate procedure for integer part and a separate procedure for fractional part. The integer part is by successive division method we have got the answer. But the problem is not yet over. We have to find for fractional part. How to convert for fractional part? By successive multiplication method. how we are doing the successive multiplication by fractional part. Here we are having 0.825. So 0.825, when it gets multiplied with 8, we will get the answer 6.6. Take only the integer part from the here. So 6 is taken here. The fractional part is proceeded with the next step. So 0.6 into 8. What is the answer? 4.8. The 4 is taken out. Next 0.8 will come again. 0.8 into 8 will get the answer 6.4. So 6 is integer. It will goes here. 0.4 will comes down. 0.4 into 8 will be 3.2. 3 will goes here and the 0.2 will comes here. 0.2 into 8 is 1.6. So 1 will be here point. So after decimal, it is necessary to take only 3 values. So we can stop at the third position, or when we can proceed, it will goes on. So this is the problem based on conversion of a decimal number system to any number system. Here they have given 8, so we can taking a octal value. So this problem we are going for 2 different steps. That is, of integer part we are following a successive division method, and for fractional part we are going for successive multiplication method. So integer part by successive division method abina, we have to follow each and every until it gets reduced, we have to follow the successive division method. So 658 is divided by 8. We will get 82. Remainder will be 2. Again it is divided by 8. 10 8s are 80. The remainder will be 2. 1 8 is 8. Remainder will be 2. We have to write the value from bottom to top. So the value will be 1,222 to the base 8. Next, for fractional part, we have to see the successive multiplication method. Next, we are going to combine all the problems, all the conversions, that is the given decimal to binary, octal, hexadecimal in a single problem. Listen here, convert 1305.375 to the base 2816. So 1305, first we are going to convert the given. It consists of integer part as well as fractional part. Integer part we are going for successive division method. Fractional part we are going for successive multiplication method. So for integer part we are going for successive. First we will do the binary, and then we will move to the octal, and then we will move to the hexadecimal. So 1305 to the base 2. 652. So 6 2s are 12, remaining 1, 5 2s are 10. There is no remainder, 2 2s are 4. So 652 into 2 will be 1304. So the remainder will be 1. Next, again it is divided by 2. 326 into 2. What is the value of 326 into 2 will be 652. So the remainder will be 0. 326 is again divided by 2 will be 163. The remainder will be 0. Again 2. 8 2s are 16. 1 2 is 2. Remainder will be 1. Again it is divided by 2. 40 2s are 80. Remainder will be 1. 20 2s are 40, remainder will be 0. 10 2s are 20, remainder will be 0. 5 2s are 10, remainder will be 0. 2 2s are 4, remainder will be 1. So the value we have to write from down to top. And then for 0.375, we know that we have to convert by successive multiplication method. So 0.375 is multiplied with 2, we will get 0.752. So again, decimal part only we have to take, and 0.752 multiplied by 2, 1.5504. Again it will be divided, multiplied by 2 like this. Only the multiplication part will consist of fractional part. The integer will be taken as a remainder. We have to write from top to bottom. So when we combine this answer, we will get the binary value for this given decimal number 1305.375. How to divide the same will be continued when we move on. It is going to divide by 8, that's all. So 1305 divided by 8. So 163 into 8 will be 1304. The remainder will be 1. 20 into 8 will be 160. Remainder will be 3. 2 8s are 16. Remainder will be 4. So the answer will be 2431. When it is multiplied by 8, we will get the answer 3.0. 3 is taken, and then the answer for this 1305.375 will be 2431.3 to the base 8. Next, we will see how it will be converted into hexadecimal. It is also simple because binary it is divided multiply successively. We will get more values. It is a bigger number, so we will consist of only 2 steps. 8 to 116 so 130 something 120. So the remainder will be 9. 5 16 or 80, the remainder will be 1. So 519 is the answer for the integer part. When will be multiplied by 16, we will get the value 6. So the answer will be 519.6. This is again the same problem. The number will be convert 757.25 to binary, octal and hexadecimal. Again, we have to split into integer part as well as fractional part. For integer part, we have to divide by 2 successively, and then we have to write it from bottom to top. From fractional part, we have to multiply by successively by the given base, and now we have to write the answer from top to bottom. So 378 2s are 756. So remainder will be 1. 189 2s are 378. So remainder will be 0. 94 2s are 188. Remainder will be 1. 47 2s are 94. Remainder will be 0. 23 2s are 46. Remainder will be 1. 11 2s are 22. Remainder will be 1. 5 2s are 10. Remainder will be 1. 2 2s are 4. Remainder will be 2 2s are 4. Remainder will be 1. 1 2 is 2. Remainder will be 0. So when we write the answer 1011110101 is the binary form of the decimal value 757. When we go for a fractional part, we have to multiply with 0.25. So when it is divided, when it is going to get multiplied by 2, so 0.25 into 2, we will get the answer 0.5. 0 is taken as an integer part. Again 0.5 is converted into 2. We will get only integer. There is no fractional value. So we will stop here. So answer for this problem is 1011110101.10 to the base 2. Next the problem, the same decimal number 757.25 is going to be converted into Octal value. Yes, 757 is divided by 8. 94 remainder will be 5. 11 8s are 92. Remainder will 88. Remainder will be 6. 1 8 is 8. Remainder will be 3. So 1365. So 0.25 is multiplied by 8. We will get the answer as 1365.2. 757 and it is divided successively by 16, we will get the answer 215F. In hexadecimal, for the value 15, we are using the alphabet F. We know that from 10, the alphabet will be A. For 11, the alphabet will be B. 12, C. 13, D. 14E, 15F, because the hexadecimal value consists of numbers as well as alphabets. So the numbers from 0 to 9 and the alphabets from A to F. So the value for 757 decimal value, the equivalent hexadecimal value for 757 is 2F5. When it is when we go for a fractional part, 0.25, we are going to successively multiply it by 16, so we will get the value 4. So the answer for this problem will be 2F5.4. We won't use the value 15. Instead of 15, we have to use the equivalent alphabet, that is F. So the same problem is with the help of a single problem. We have seen how to convert it into the equivalent binary value and then octal value, hexadecimal value. Like this, whatever may be the conversion, if it is any radix to decimal, if it is, the problem will belongs to any radix. Any radix means 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Any radix to decimal means we have to find the weightage of each and every individual bit. How to find out the weightage? For MSB, we have to start for integer, we have to start from MSB. For fractional, we have to start from MSB. For integer, we have to start from LSB. So we have to multiply the bit with its corresponding weightage for the conversion of any radix to decimal. For the problems based on decimal to any radix, for integer part, we have to follow the successive division method, and for fractional part, we have to follow the successive multiplication method. So these are the problems based on conversion of decimal to any radix or any radix to decimal. So these there will be more problems. Practice on more problems. You will get a clear idea about this. Thank you.